Hello Julie.
Salut Guillaume, salut Philippe.
Hello, hello.
Allô?
Ouais, ah, tu nous entends? J'ai l'impression que le micro est activé.
Je vous entends pas, je sais pas pourquoi.
Attends.
Ah, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est
Ouais,
bon,
c'est
c'est
bon.
bon. Hello, hello everyone.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good
Hello,
Yo,
Benjamin,
yo.
Carlo, Yoni,
Everyone.
Samuel.
Hello everyone.
Hi, Yaril.
Hello Yaril,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm well. Nice to see you back from your holiday.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I just
I hope-
responded to your emails a little bit late, but this is the
It-
fastest I could do.
It's okay. I hope you're nice and rested.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Yab. Guillaume, could you please promote me as presenter?
It will be easier.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, team.
Hi, team. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, good. Maybe we can wait just another minute to see if someone else will join. Okay, I think maybe we can start. Can you activate the recording or is it automatic? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's already started.
Okay, good. Okay, so welcome to this 71st meeting of the TSC. Regarding the participant for the voting, I see Team Orange, Nokia, Ericsson, So for the time being, we don't have the quorum for voting, but hopefully someone else will join later. And other participant, I see Canonical, Linux Foundation, SUSE, Control Plane. I remind that we are following the Linux Foundation policies, and the next meeting will be in 2 weeks on the 25th of March. Even if this will be during KubeCon. So is it good to have a meeting during the KubeCon conference? Guillaume, if you are speaking, you are on mute.
I was speaking on mute. Yeah, so probably yes, we should skip this occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are all aligned, I will cancel this occurrence.
Okay. Is there any objection to skip this the meeting during KubeCon? Okay, it seems not. Welcome, Andrew. Okay, regarding the general news, I just put a note from the preparation meeting, but I'm not sure that we will be able to discuss this point because I don't see Wamin, but there was, I think inside the work group 4, there is a discussion about a change on the leadership of the work group. But I think that probably is better if they have an internal discussion and come to the TSC with the proposal. Welcome, Luis. So we now have the quorum if needed for any vote. Then regarding the governing board, we don't have any news because the board meeting will be tomorrow. So during the next TSC, we will update on any discussion on the board.
Sorry, Carlo.
Yes, please.
I have a question. Since I'm representing Work Group 5, I need to leave at 4:30 because I have a call for the Sylva Dev Day with the venue. So could I maybe present first as the Work Group 5?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thanks.
Did you make any update on the...
I didn't put it on the website, but I can share. I have a lot of news to share right now. So.
Okay, so please make the update and please later if you can update
Sure.
the minutes.
Okay, okay, guys. So of course, the first news is a Sylva Dev Day. So we have 72 people registered, which is huge. Congratulations to everyone. I have noticed that 3 speakers haven't registered yet. So I have contacted them already. But please, if you are a speaker, make sure you are registered. I have sent you an email for that. So we will be at 75 places for the Sylva Dev Day. We decided before that we wanted 70 people. Now we are at 75. I would like to have 85 places for the Sylva Dev Day. So it means an increase in the budget, but I think that it's a huge success right now, the event. and 10 remaining places for the last few days, I think it's very manageable, and it will allow us to have some last minute registration. And I need to validate that today with the venue because they need to organize themselves. So would you be okay if I upgrade the number of places to 85 instead of 70? Is it okay with you guys?
For me, it's fine. Yes.
Okay, so it means a little increase in the budget concerning the food, but honestly, we have the budget, and I think it will be an amazing success. This would be the most people we had for the Sylva Death Day, so it means we are already a success. But I want to go big because I think we can go big.
We
I
can
think
have
that
feedback from the treasurer and from our PMO. Yaril.
Yeah, but I need the decision
They
today
are here.
because
They are
have to
connected.
call.
They are connected.
Okay, Tim, can I have your go? Because I'm calling the venue in 20 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. No objections from my side.
Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you.
Yaril, also from your side, is it okay?
You're on mute, Yaril.
What?
Sorry, yes, that mute button. Yes, that's not a problem.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks. The second thing I want to make sure, so I saw all your emails, Yaril, because this is the end of the suspense, but every attendees of the Sylva Death Day will receive a Sylva t-shirt, which is beautiful, thanks to Yaril and Jill, because they created amazing t-shirts. And I want to make sure it was validated on my side today, Yaril. Do you need any more validation for sending the t-shirt, or are you good to go?
So Jill actually just submitted some messages in the Slack channel. She just
Okay.
needs approval on a color of shirt, but the spend was approved. ARPIT actually approved that just because we needed to get a decision yesterday.
Okay.
So when you get a moment, if you want to respond to her message, she tagged a few people in there just to choose a color, but everything is good to go with that. She's working on it and it was approved.
Okay, so everyone on the work group 5, could we make sure that we validate it today so that it's done? Because we need to have them as quickly as possible. So this would be my second message. Third thing I want to share with you is that if you are leading a panel, I will need you to, for the Sylva Death Day, to make sure that everyone on the panel knows what they are doing, to have a formal call. So I will contact everyone doing a panel for that. So please, if you are leading a panel, we will be in contact, and we need to make sure that everyone participating in the panel know what they are going to say, the questions, how much time it will last, and so on. So that's for that point. And last but not least, I just wanted to let you know that next week I will be representing Sylva in Rotterdam for the European Commission and for the IPCEI. So you know, the organization for the cloud in the European Union. And I will be talking about Sylva, representing Sylva. So you will see some posts on LinkedIn and on socials. So please do not hesitate to give it a huge reach because digital sovereignty and in our current political context is very important. That's all for me, guys. Actually.
Okay. Guillaume?
I have a request. So for some of you, I've already asked it by mail this morning. During the Sylva Death Day, in the introduction word, I want to come back, of course, about what we are doing in terms of achievements within the project. I mean, different release of the Sylva stack, validations of network functions. But I think it's always appreciated if we have some visibility about production or MVP deployment that have been done or planned in the near future. So if you have anything you want to share to the community, please just share it to me, and I will integrate this. For the D-Day, you can present this or you can delegate to me. I will be very pleased also to do it. So don't hesitate. Door is open.
Okay. There is a template for describing the
No, you can send me. I will manage the format.
Okay.
I will use the Sylva format.
Okay, good. So any question for workgroup 5? So for Julie? If not, then please Julie update the minutes, and we can restart again from workgroup 1. In the meantime, I think that Mathieu joined us.
Yeah, sorry for being late.
No problem. And
hi everyone. I didn't update the wiki page. Anyway, okay. I don't have a lot of news to share with all of you. We keep working on features targeted for 1.7, and we keep maintaining previous releases. A lot of work is ongoing about mostly about resource consumption in order to better schedule the workload, especially on the management cluster, because especially in a virtualized environment, we have peak of resource consumption, especially when we are upgrading, and we saw that in specific pipelines that prevent you from upgrading or at least upgrading a Sylva version from one to the other. So long story short, a lot of work is done currently to optimize the resources we are using, especially on the management cluster. So apart from that, I have something also to ask to all of you. As you know, we have this topic of finding an alternative to Equinix, which will be end of support end of March, so very soon now. We keep discussing with the Linux Foundation, Yaril, in order to find some alternatives. I don't know if it has already been discussed because I arrived late, but we can.
No, not yet.
It's very important for us because if we don't have any alternative, then it will mean that most of our CI pipelines won't be able to run anymore, and for us it means that we won't be able to release any newest version of Sylva anymore.
Guillaume?
Yes, I was just before with Yaril and Médéric, so we have fresh update on this. First of all, for all the community, we can share that LeaseWeb open their bare metal offer for us for 1 year. So with 2 servers, so it's not sufficient for our needs, but it's a start. And then we discussed with the Linux Foundation of having hyperscalers. So we decided to open both GCP and AWS tenant, and we are applying for AWS to have free of charge credit to support the project. It's a request. We have no guarantee on the results, but I think it can be valuable to have it. So within Orange, we have also some support within AWS, some partners. So we are already contact them to support our request. Yaril, if you think additional topics to add.
No, that was it. I'm happy to have a solution in place, and if you have any questions, feel to reach out. But Guillaume will be set up, and Matthew as well as admins for that new GCP account.
The account will be open tomorrow, so it will be quick, Matthew.
Great, very good news. Sorry, I missed the meeting.
No. We are, but it's a way also to communicate to all the community. So I think it's pretty good.
Okay, very good news. Apart from that, and in parallel to this activity of finding an alternative to Equinix, we also are trying to optimize our CI resource consumption. And about that, today, what is consuming a lot of resources in the CI is the way we are building images, OS images. We are building multiple kind of OS images. So Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, and so on. And we are building two different flavors of OS images. Some plain OS images and some hardened OS images. So it's a lot of resources consumed to build those two flavors. And we think we can get rid of the plain flavors, meaning that within the Sylva ecosystem, we would only deliver and build hardened, in terms of security, OS images. So at Orange, it's okay. We think it's a good idea, but I need to gather opinions from other stakeholders. Tim, you are
Tim,
raising
please.
your hand.
So it's not directly related to your question, but what crossed my mind when you brought this up is that we could theoretically investigate whether building images in the open build service is an alternative, which is like a different, it's underpinned by a different infrastructure, and the infrastructure pool underneath OBS is quite large. So building a couple more images than the ones that are already being built there wouldn't make a big difference. So if I have no idea about the technical feasibility because you're using different build tools right now, so we need to see how compatible that is. But theoretically, the OBS can build images, right? That's what it does effectively.
It is based on a Kiwi or?
Under the hoods is Kiwi, yes. But it can. So the nice thing about OBS is that it can basically build anything, right? For those that don't know this, the upstream Kubernetes community is building their container images in it as well. Like the CNCF official images are being built there. So like the OBS is open to communities to build whatever they need to build, right? So we have a couple of examples of that. Like the Eclipse Foundation uses it.
Okay. Can be definitely very interesting for us as well. We can follow up on that topic during the KubeCon because we are studying possibilities opened by Kiwi because we are using Kiwi for different images.
Yeah. And
we are also considering
build
alternatives with systemd. Sorry.
Sorry, OBS can also build non-SUSE operating systems, right? Sure. So can build RHEL, CentOS.
Yeah, but definitely we know that, and we have been starting considering Kiwi for other OS images as well. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
So, about the fact to the possibility to get rid of plain OS images, is it okay for the entire community? Can we stop building them?
It's mostly a question for the dev teams, right? Because hardened images are sometimes a little bit less convenient to work with in the development situation.
Yeah. We discussed that during the last Workgroup 1 meeting, but this is exactly the reason why we've been maintaining those plain images. But at the end of the day, everybody is used to use hardened image, and it's not a big deal for developers to keep using and to have only hardened images available. So.
Yeah, no, I like the notion of hardened by default. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah. Do we have hardened images for all flavors at this point?
We have it for Ubuntu, SUSE, for Sles, I don't remember exactly, but for sure.
In Sylva, it's OpenSUSE only.
Yeah. So for sure, it will have to be looked at from one OS to the other. What will be the differences? But in terms of target, I wonder if we'll all agree, or if some of you want to keep having a plain image. If we all agree trying to have only hardened image, we can start looking at how it would look like.
You are asking for a vote?
Well,
If needed, yes. Not sure it deserves a vote, but up to the to the entire committee.
I think it could be a good idea to have a vote. I don't know if we are ready to have it now, or if is needed some more thinking, but in principle it could be done also now. Tim, no, okay. Is there any objection in voting now the usage of only hardened OS images? If not, I think we can have a vote on it. So from Tim, it's okay. From Orange, I imagine is okay too. From Telefonica.
okay.
From Nokia.
Okay.
Ericsson. Riyab.
You're on mute, Riyab.
And Nicoletta from for Vodafone.
Yeah, it's fine from Ericsson's side.
Okay, thank you.
Fine for Vodafone side as well.
Okay, so I think is okay for all the voting participants.
Okay. Then we will start stopping building plain images, and for the ones that are not hardened, we will try to find a way to harden them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it's important to maintain all the flavor that we have and finding the hardened version if not yet available. Okay. Any other topic regarding workgroup 1?
That's all for me.
Okay, so now we can move to workgroup 2, Luis.
Okay, hello. So in workgroup 2, as you know, we have two parts: flavor validation, the new stream that we started back in January, and active validations. For flavor validations, we keep capturing evidences for canonical and Red Hat flavors. We are close to complete. They're running the scripts for each one of the tests. Once we complete that, we will have some feedback, provide some feedback to working group 1 to discuss, because if any of the tests is not successful, this could be because there's something to be modified, or because we have to consider as partially validated the flavor. So once we complete capturing all the evidences, we will provide some feedback. Regarding the workload validations, we have retaken the Titanium one. We are now deploying the workload cluster in Telefonica 2 platform. In the other two platforms where we want to run this, we are still pending a non-disclosure agreement to be signed between the provider and the platform owners. We expect this to be resolved soon. And then another thing about workload validations is that we have completed the pipeline for automation of workload validations. This is something that is going to be presented at Development Day, and it's interesting because it actually reduces the time to validate the workload, because we automate all the different steps that we do through the validation. So we run all the func tests to check the compatibility with CNTI and the cloud nativeness. And the only thing that is, all those security tests also, the only thing that is left is the functional tests that need to be incorporated. But it's a very interesting pipeline that simplifies validation. And actually this would allow us to do something that we wanted to do a long time ago, is revalidating every time we have a new release of Sylva, revalidating workloads, because it can be done automatically and very easily. So this is something that we should be using in the future. We have completed the first pipeline and we will show it in the Sylva Dev Day. Things that we want to do in the future for workload validation: complete the Titanium and retake the Juniper workload validation in Orange platform that is still under a networking realignment reconfiguration. And for flavor validation, complete the Canonical and Red Hat, and as I said, prepare the report just to confirm what's the status, if all the scripts have passed or not. And we should start thinking, this is something that we have pending since some weeks ago, we should start thinking on how to validate the new features that are being added in versions 1.6 and 1.7 for next validation cycle, or validating that flavors are still flavors with new versions, releases of Sylva. There's nothing to share, well, just the pipeline, but we will share it in the Sylva Dev Day, and there's no decisions to be taken today.
Okay, thank you, Luis. Any question or comment for Workgroup 2? Seems not, so we can move to Workgroup 3, but I don't think François Regis is.
So,
okay.
Alain is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Alain Thiollier from Orange, and I will talk on behalf of François Regis, who could not make it today. So we have two requests. In fact, the first one is already covered. It was about the building the plane images that Mathieu already talked about. So the people in charge of this CI made a good lobbying by triggering all the possible channels. So this one is already voted. The other request that we have is about the update of the images that the project consumes. We noticed that, in fact, we don't update the images fast enough. So as you know, the project keeps track of the images that we consume and proposes updates with the Renovate tool. So it automatically creates merge requests. However, we have a large backlog of those merge requests. And we would like that somebody in the working group 3, so that could be François Regis, could have the possibility to merge some of those merge requests for Renovate to update the product, including the past releases, the release 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, to propose patch releases for Sylva. That would include fixes made by the upstream communities. So the process is there. It would still be with two approvals, and it would be limited to the renovate merge request. So just to try to speed up the merging of those merge requests, even though the development team does already a good job. We have a lot of merge requests of renovate being merged month after month. But still, we observe that the edge of the images tend to grow. So we feel that we are not doing enough in this area. So either we continue with the current people who have the possibility to merge. So it's one possibility, or we try to speed up things in this area with the limit one additional core developer allowed to do some merge requests, to merge some merge requests.
So you're proposing having at least one security expert as with extension of role in GitLab, so and also to be officially committer within Sylva community. Is it your topic?
Yes, exactly.
From the point of view of Workgroup 1, is this an acceptable proposal? Mathieu, do you see any problem with it?
Not at all. If you can speed up, especially acceptance of patch releases of security pieces, it's a nice idea.
I don't know if it is needed a vote for this.
Usually we have to vote for the committers, and after all, I will update the table of committers, official committers of the community. So Alain, for me, we have to be very clear if it's François Régis or François Régis plus someone else.
We didn't discuss names.
So we start with François Régis.
Maybe two would be okay as well. In case when he's off, for example.
Yeah. So you have.
Usually it's a good idea to have two committers.
So who's the second one?
Well, it could be me. Sure.
Okay, Alain Tullier. I know.
Okay, so the proposal is to add two new reviewer, François Régis and Alain. So can we proceed with this vote from team point of view is okay? From Orange?
I support this proposal.
Okay. From Nokia?
Yes, I support.
Telefonica?
1 second. Yeah, I support.
Okay. From Ericsson?
Yes, we support.
And Vodafone?
Yes, we support.
Okay, thank you. So it is approved. So Guillaume, you can update the list of reviewer. And
take action.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Any other point regarding Workgroup 3?
No.
Okay, so thank you. I think that we have to skip Workgroup 4 because Wamin is not here and I didn't have any feedback from any discussion inside the Workgroup 4. I don't know, Guillaume.
Hello,
if you
Carlo.
have...
Praveen is here.
Hello,
Oh,
yeah, hi.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
Praveen.
yes.
So as discussed in the last TSC, so I will just make a small demo related to the last release. So I will just do it after every work group activities has been done.
Okay,
So I will
so
do it in the last, a small demo.
okay, a small demo about what?
About the last release that we have tagged for green dashboard. So what we have achieved. So I will just do it through the screenshots. Yeah.
Okay.
Carlo, it was on the general news.
Okay.
We had to go quick, but it was mentioned in the general news.
Okay, just to finish the other workgroup, because workgroup 5 we have already done. Workgroup 6, I think that Morgan is not here, but he updated, he just put the link to the minutes of the last session of Workgroup 6, and the next session will be on the 19th of March with this agenda. So next week. And I don't know if there is anyone that has a comment on this. Not. And regarding Workgroup 7, I'm not aware of any update. I don't know if there's been a meeting, but I'm not sure.
Last meeting has been cancelled.
Okay. So for the time being, no update for Workgroup 7. And so I think we can use the last minutes of this meeting for the demo from Praveen.
Okay. So can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so from last release that we have tagged is 1.0.3 and it was recently tagged for the green dashboards. So here are the release notes. So I will just quickly go through. So we have like represented the CO2 usage in a particular graph for a particular data center. And also we have compared the CO2 usage for all the platforms in all the data centers. And secondly, we have also fetched some CNF matrices, which is hosted on the bare metal platform. And we have also added some documents related to the PU factor and the Q green. And related to the CO2 config web app, we have synchronized with the real-time data. So whenever we want to give the PU factor for a particular data center, it will quickly do the calculations for all the data centers. And so these are the some of the release notes. So I will quickly go through some of the points that we have achieved mainly. So this one is for the CO2 config. So initially we have split it into two parts. So one was like to have the configuration on the right side and the same configuration will be reflected on the right side. So in this release, we have merged this one and we have also validated the PU factor. So none other than value from 1 to 4. So it will not take the value. So we have provided the validation over the PU factor and the CO2 per kilowatt factor. And whenever you will give the on the stand the value of these PU factors, so it will be reflected on the all the data centers. And accordingly, all the CO2 emissions will be calculated and the energy consumptions will be calculated based on these calculations. And second factor that we have achieved in that release related to the graph. So if you see, so we have the CO2 emissions for a particular, all the platforms in a particular data center. So if you see, we have just, and on the bottom side, we have the names here, but it was confidential for the orange. So we have So we have listed the CO2 emission for a particular platform, and if you see, we have a limited duration here on the x-axis. So we have taken the duration of 5 minutes, and if you see that we have a different variation of the CO2 emission for a particular different platforms. And if we increase the time for these durations, so you will see some fluctuations on the CO2 part here. So if we have increased from 4:30 to like from the morning to the evening, so we have seen like we have some fluctuations on the CO2 emissions for all the platforms. And also we were able to achieve the CO2 emissions in a particular graph for a particular data center. So you can see how much CO2 has been emitted and how much CO2 has been controlled in a particular data center. And in the last, I would like to mention, like, if we want to display the namespace for a particular workload cluster. So right now, if we have a lot of workload clusters here, so these are the namespaces that are common in the workload cluster, all the workload cluster administrative part. So you will also see the where this administrative is sitting on the which workload cluster. Accordingly, all the values will be fetched. So for a particular namespace, the workload cluster name is also being mentioned. So these are all achieved in 1.0.3 release. And for a management, there were some matrices missing for some namespaces. So I think we have achieved all maximum of the matrices for a management cluster also. So that's all. If you have any question, then.
Thank you, Praveen. Any question? If not, then I think we have concluded our agenda. Are there any other point to be discussed? Okay, if not, then thank you very much and see you in 2 weeks. No, in 1 month, because we will jump. We will cancel the next meeting because it will be during KubeCon.
Okay, see you in Amsterdam.
I'm very pleased to meet some of you in Amsterdam.
Yes, similar.
Okay. And have a great Sylva day.
Thank you.
We'll send you photos, Carlo.
Yes, please.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.